Jason's heart suddenly skipped a few key beats. He suddenly realized, if he couldn't spend the rest of his life with that girl, that would be his regret. So without hesitation, Jason ran to the gift store, hoping to find Sarah's address through her payment records. But the staff told him that the information had been deleted. Luckily, the payer's address was still in the warehouse. Jason found Sarah's house with great anticipation. The landlord told him that Sarah had already moved out. Jason's disappointment was renewed, but he didn't give up. His search, because their destiny was far from over. Meanwhile, Sarah, far away in England, had never forgotten Jason, although she had a fiancé by arrangement with her parents. But he seemed like a gentleman on the front. But behind the scenes, he hid his indifference and detachment. On the surface, he introduced Sarah to his friends. He even gives her little surprises from time to time. Everything seemed perfect, but Sarah was sensitive to the fact that he didn't have any real feelings for her, because when her fiancé went out for a drink with his friends, he let Sarah go home alone in the rain. Even at the moment of the proposal, she chose the wrong ring size 3 times. These details made Sarah lose her mind. Whenever these trivialities came to her mind, she thought of that funny guy, Jason, though their encounter was a fleeting one, but in just a few hours, had left an indelible mark on her heart. The aura of destiny emanating from Jonathan's body had already touched the softest corners of her heart. Eventually Sarah decided to follow her heart's call, to part ways with her fiancé, because she knew there was always a place for Jason. In a moment of sadness, she told her best friend the story of how she and Jason met. Their relationship began in a boutique. As if it was destiny, their eyes fell on the same pair of gloves. But Jason was a gentleman and gave them to Sarah. Then they went to a skating rink, snowflakes and bright lights all around. They felt like they were in a fairy tale, a colorful dream. In this dream, their light bodies glide side by side. The distance between them grows closer, and the lightness of the conversation makes them talk to each other. It was like they had known each other for a long time. Sarah couldn't help but ask Jason a question.
Favorite New York moment?
This one's climbing the charts.
This comment was like a breeze in Sarah's heart. In the midst of her joy, Sarah slipped and fell to the ground. Johnson rushed to pick her up. He tended to Sarah's wounds with care, with a gentle touch that showed his tenderness. He brushes the snow from her hair. The ambiguity between the two of them spread. Johnson only kissed Sarah's arm. This gesture of intimacy and respect touched Sarah's heart. So when they parted, she wrote her contact information on a slip of paper. If that van hadn't been there, they would have lived happily ever after. Hearing this touching story, her friend envied Sarah's destiny. She was convinced that Jason was Sarah's Ms. Right. She encouraged Sarah to go to New York to find Jason. The reality is not always as it seems.